Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Coffee and Gaming. I'm Mr. J, and I am excited to talk to you today about how I actually bought a PS3 over the weekend and then resold the same PS3 within a matter of days for the same price I bought it for, but I got to keep the games. So, this weekend I was browsing for some PS3 controllers because I'm down to my last one and I want to get them. I just like having some backups in case, as these tend to die, I can either have backups to help repair it, or I can just go on and move on to the new one, and then maybe send the old one in somewhere for repair if I can't repair it myself. I'm no Spawn Wave though, so I can't really do them as smoothly as he can. So I usually send my stuff in for repairs. So this weekend I was browsing to buy a PS3 controller because I'm down to my last one, and I don't actually know what happened to them all. I had like two or three at one point, and now I literally only have one. And I feel like the power adapter on the top there is getting loose. And before I attempt to go ahead and fix it myself, I'd like to get some backups in case the repair doesn't go well. I have those backups to kind of reference in the event things go bad. Plus, if I have to send my old one off to repair it to, like, I don't know, someone like Spawn Wave, I would want to have my backup controller so that I can still access my controller and my old games. I got Resident Evil 2 and 3 for that console for PS1 and PS2. I've got Silent Hill, the original Silent Hill, that I want to make sure I have access to. So these are all games that I have in my old library that I want to make sure I still have access to because, well, Resident Evil 2 remake was good, but it wasn't as good as the original. Resident Evil 3 remake was just an absolute bomb, and, well, we don't know what the heck's going to happen with Silent Hill, but fingers crossed for PS5, right? So, I digress. I went ahead and looked on Letgo and OfferUp trying to find a PS3 controller at a reasonable price before I looked on eBay where things would clearly be inflated. And I actually ended up finding someone who was selling their PS3 for like $90. It came with 7 games and 2 controllers. And so I thought that was a pretty good deal. I tried to haggle them a little bit, of course, and I actually got them down to like $80. Not a big discount, but still. 80 for 7 games, 2 controllers, and a PS3 console was pretty good. It wasn't the PS2, PS1 backwards compatible model, which was unfortunate, but I wasn't too worried about that because I already have a backwards compatible model. I would like a second one just to have as a backup in case something does happen to this one, but at the same time, I'm not too worried about it. I take care of this one. I clean it pretty often. It still runs like butter, knock on wood. So, I've got one, but I did want to get some backup controllers because this one is kind of on its last limb. Anywho, I bought this PlayStation 3 hoping that I would be able to maybe keep the controllers or just sell the console off, make a little bit of my money back, not all of it back, spend some money, just not as much as I would have on eBay, and maybe keep a couple of games while I'm in the process. Turns out, the games were actually not that bad. Red Dead Redemption 1 was in there. We had Far Cry 3, Modern Warfare 3, Just Cause 2, Dishonored, and Call of Duty Black Ops 2. So between that, and then there was also Sonic Racing Transformed or something like that. I don't know. It wasn't that good, so I didn't get into it. But that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7. That's 7 games. And I thought that was a pretty good deal. And I actually relisted it because it turns out that one of the controllers was a PS4 controller, which wasn't that bad of a find. It was actually a bonus because they failed to mention that in their listing, but I made sure to bring it up in my listing because it added value. And I ended up keeping 5 of the 7 games. I just posted it with 2 games to see what would happen, and if I needed to leverage the other games, I figured I could always leverage off like Modern Warfare 3 because that wasn't as good as Black Ops 2, in my opinion. So, I was gonna try to leverage it in some way, and ended up getting big response on Letgo and OfferUp for the advertisement, and ended up selling it for $80, same price that I bought it for. I let him have the two controllers because the PS4 controller, I have like 3 of them at this point, and they're all pretty neat. I've got a purple and green one that I customized. I have the white Glacier one that came with my white Glacier PS4, and then I've got the Death Stranding one, so I don't really need any more PS4 controllers, so I let that go with the listing. I could have easily sold it separately and probably made more money than I would have if I kept it with the PS4, with the PS3. Because I figured the PS3 with the 2 games and the 1 controller, which was a knockoff controller, I didn't even get to keep that one. I figured that I could sell for like $40-50, and then sell the PS4 controller for like $30 to $40, right? So I would get, you know, about $70 to $80 and be about where I spent. And if I ended up losing a little money, well, I did get 5 games out of it, so, you know, $5-10 for 5 games isn't a bad deal, especially considering the lineup that they are. Yeah. Anywho, people were very responsive to the fact that Red Dead Redemption was included in there. It was complete with the box, the manual, the map, the whole shebang. People were happy about the PS4 controller being included in there. And so, yeah, I mean, within 2 or 3 days, I sold it and made all my money back. Ended up keeping Black Ops 2, Dishonored, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Far Cry 3, and that's it. Yeah, I don't know why I said there's more. That's it. So pretty good find overall. I mean, I was pretty happy about myself with that, and I thought I'd come on here and share with you guys so you guys can, you know, go out there and look on OfferUp and Letgo and find your own deals and, you know, make your own moves. You know, there's definitely ways to save money out there other than going to GameStop or going to even your local, you know, mom and pop game store. I mean, people want to rag on GameStop all the time, but I've honestly found better deals at GameStop than I had at some of the mom and pop shops because GameStop has the leverage to offer bigger discounts versus the mom and pop shops who kind of need to keep their prices where they are to make sure that they pay their rent, especially now when all this, you know, pandemic crisis is going on and small businesses are hurting more than ever. So, you know, look on those individual merchant sites, and Facebook Marketplace is another good spot to find some really good games. So yeah, guys, thought I would share that with you. I hope you appreciated the share. I hope you enjoyed the story, and I hope that inspired you to go out in your area and try to find your own deals. And that's about it. Thanks for coming to the channel. Hit the like button below. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, and definitely hit that bell button so you know when I put out new videos and you get notified. Alright guys, take care. Till next time.